man, you can use some of that heavy breathing to put that fucking insects out.
I had to use my mouth. I had to use my mouth there. My nose there was a bit wet.
That's the thing. Why does nobody, like, you know, like, you breathe through both?
Yeah, nobody blows
Are we
out.
rolling, by the way?
Aye, we're rolling.
You breathe through both, right? But like, you never try to like blow out birthday candles.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's covered in snot.
And I have those really bad sinuses that are always like, I don't know. I don't want to do that too close to the mic.
Because that'll sound horrible.
Horrible.
Do it really close, actually. Just go. Please.
No,
Aye.
no, I'm not doing it. But like that, but worse.
Aye, you're better at
But
doing
like, I have those closed over sinuses nearly.
it. Aye.
So it's not going to happen for me. But somebody with less.
I'd say it's more the
smoky
hygiene
nostrils.
thing, you know. I'd say it's the hygiene aspect of it. So
What do you
humans,
think?
maybe we're not as good at blowing stuff out with our nose because we've been doing it with our mouth for so long with birthday candles that we've evolved to be able to produce more air from our mouth than our nose.
I don't think that's what.
No, I think it's always been this way. It's been like that from day one. We've always knew that fucking blowing out with our nose and blowing our birthday candles out was no good.
When God designed us, He thought, you know what? The nose will only be in anything, really.
Aye.
You'll breathe out the mouth. But then you get them cunts, hey, like you,
Aye.
that sit there and go,
Hey, them cunts like me that go, do you ever do? What? Imagine people like that. Like, have you
it's
ever
like a scoop of air. It's like,
in through the mouth and out through the nose?
Remember that thing where
Terrible
you
idea.
you're trying to like get rid of hiccups, so you like do this thing where you like do the breathe and move forward thing, like you're getting more air because you're moving forward, like
Oh, right, it's like you're taking up more. It's like one of them big wheels
So you
just
got
going
more-
through a school of fish, just inhaling it all.
that's what I
I
always-
get your logic.
So I thought physics worked.
It does, aye. It sure is.
Well,
I say the flag right, but I was going to bring up the shit searching, but I'd like to just bring it up now instead. I think it's
Okay.
pretty cool, right? It's and you said about physics, which reminded me. But so like, a couple of years ago, I like read this article right about how there's these 8 radio telescopes across Earth that they were going to use all at the same time to capture an image of a black hole for the first time.
Oh, wow.
And they finally there's so much data from that, right? That first of all they had to wait 6 months to be able to ship it from Antarctica. They had to wait for their winter to finish to be able to ship it physically. There was so
like
much.
there was like actual
Like
physical data.
lorries full of hard drives. Like, and fucking. So they finally have got through it all now, and they've actually got the first image of a black hole.
But I thought that I suppose you can get like an image, but you can't get like an image of the actual center.
You can't not, but do you know what I mean? You can't get an image of what's on, but you
Yeah,
can.
so that's
basically right. So, also people have had the right to be skeptical about them until now.
Yeah, because there hasn't actually been an actual image.
Exactly.
It's not like when flat earthers go, oh, the Earth's flat because there's only composite images. No,
This
there
is-
is an actual large image you can get.
These
There's an
are
image.
images taken from Earth.
Yeah.
But
3 million times the size of Earth.
wow, the
That's
black
big.
hole is.
Yeah.
And apparently that's pretty small. Like it says that because they're pretty small on that thing in comparison to everything else.
But
I
it's
suppose.
also 500 million trillion kilometers away.
And it has the mass of like fucking 4 million of our suns or something like that. I think it says.
That's insane.
But
6.5 billion times the sun.
6.5 billion times. Oh wow. So is that picture of the one in our galaxy or that galaxy M87 or something? I read this earlier. I don't actually know that M87 is a galaxy. I've just remembered.
I think
just said a
this
name.
one here is
Is it the one that's
The
in the
Earth.
Milky Way?
one.
Aye.
It's such
Oh,
a
no,
fucking
you know what I mean.
ominous looking
galaxy.
thing.
So basically what that is around it, it's like a big plug hole. And all that shit around it is like swirling around it like a plug. It's like fucking like
Oh, no,
endless.
the black thing is the event horizon. It's
Aye.
like you go there, you come back.
Aye,
And,
and
like,
because of the way that the light bends there, if you're there, if it was possible for you to be there, you'd be able to see the back of your own head. Isn't that
there's
creepy?
there's
I
a
don't know
fact
why.
there's a fact as well that I learned. I don't know if it's true from the film Interstellar. That like the closer you get to the event horizon, so like the closer you would get to that, time slows down.
Well, I think it's
so-
something to do with the way that.
Or
fuck, I don't
speeds
know.
up. I can't remember. It's like one or the other. It slows down or speeds up, right? Okay. So if you could theoretically get close enough to it and just stay there for 10 minutes, like 25 years would have passed on
Aye.
Earth.
It's like, isn't it like that how? It's like that thing how the only way that you would be able to time travel is basically with like teleportation. that if you were able to go somewhere really, really far away, really, really fast,
Yes.
and stay there for a while, and then get back really, really fast, then it would be like, say, like plus 100 years, while you might have been away for like 10 seconds, depending on how far you were. Something like that.
I don't
Isn't
know.
it?
No, I don't think that would work. Maybe if it was you were doing it at the speed of light.
That's
Because
not-
that
it needs
still
to be, like-
requires like
It needs to
time.
be like, I think, faster than the speed of light even.
I don't know how that works.
And that's what I mean, it doesn't, but I think that's like the only way that it would be sort of feasible.
This one's
And,
got,
and it's also part of that, like, you can only travel into the future. You can't travel back, because that's
Yeah,
already happened.
Of course. Yeah, I know. I kind of get what you mean. But that's still theoretical. Like, time travel is still, like, a thing that doesn't exist.
Oh, of
and when I
course.
say time slows down around a black hole, nobody knows if that's real either.
Aye.
Like, it could. Like, they're pretty sure that it warps time and space, so
Aye.
you can, like, the closer you... I think it is that it speeds up, maybe. Because if you stay there for 10 minutes, like, time around you is moving.
Aye,
Or no,
but-
no, sorry. It slows down then. Because you stay there for 10 minutes and time around you moves at the same rate, but time in your area is slower.
Aye.
But that... Right, you say that and you think you understand it, but
Yeah,
you
but you-
don't.
nah,
no,
like-
but I mean, you don't even understand it on, like, the base level. Because you're thinking, oh, if I stay there for 10 minutes, like, it's just, like, time is slower there or something. But no, it still doesn't, like... That's not even how
Nah,
it
none
works.
of
It's
it
not just,
makes-
like, time is slower there. It's like there's something else that's affecting that. It's, like,
Aye.
not... Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in, like, hundreds of thousands of years, if humanity survives, that we harness something from that.
From the black hole.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Apparently, like, there's like, if you scroll to the very bottom of that article, there, like, I think it's maybe the last line. Somebody says something about, is it there, like, the third or fourth paragraph up, is it?
Regarding what?
That people will probably never be able to, because I think as soon as you get that close, that you will just, like, you're sucked into it. Like,
Yeah,
you might be
well-
able to get into it, but you're not getting back out anytime soon, because of the fucking, like, the way that it pulls everything in. The gravitational pull has it, like, you, like, maybe in hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years we maybe have some kind of technology,
Figure
but,
shit
like,
out, some shit out.
like, I'm sure people fucking thousands of years ago would have been like jumping, going, oh fuck, I wish we
But
could get up
who's-
there.
Who's also to say that we need to go there? Who's to say that they're not going to do some kind of CERN super collider thing and create one and just fucking suck power out of it every so often and power everything? You just don't know. Or maybe that could be like they didn't know that the Higgs boson particle actually existed until they could create it themselves. Right? They made it. They kind of made it happen. They didn't really make it happen. They knew it was kind of floating about, but they never saw it before. So they made like an environment for them to see it. So like, how
But
do we?
only for them to see the outside of it.
Yeah, but like this
And it
is
took
like
a lot of, like, see, even just for them to be able to do that, right? They had to, because it's like 8 locations all around the world, all around Earth. Like, it's like all the, like, you had to have like clear skies above all those telescopes at the exact same
Right, so
time
they
and stuff,
right.
like, for stuff to line up. Also, like, apparently the amount of data gathered from it was like, can you find that bit about how much more it is than, it's like, the data from that one fucking thing, series of photographs or whatever, is more than a year's worth of what the Hadron Collider gathers.
fuck.
So it's a lot.
Yeah, like the
it's
actual
took 2 years for them to go
lights.
through it.
Yeah.
For them to actually process it.
I'm sure they had to just kind of take a picture of everything and then kind of look for it and then focus in on it.
I think
and
it's
take
that
more.
I think it's that they took it from so many angles that they would be able to capture the stuff outside it or
Yeah.
something. Man, you know what? I don't understand it enough to explain it well.
I think as
But they did
well
it.
that you can't just like there's something about this is a lot of my knowledge is coming from the film Interstellar. There's something about right, but like,
what the
I
one
think
that Neil deGrasse Tyson
Neil
said is
deGrasse
pretty
said
spot on.
It's not completely right,
But it's
like
closer than most
some
Hollywood
of the
films.
the most of the physics that they tout in it is pretty okay. Like it's pretty spot on. Like so, like there's like whatever. If you were close enough to see one, you like again theoretically because you just get sucked in if you're close
Aye.
to see it. But if you're close enough to see one, you depending on what way you looked at it, you won't be able to see the middle.
Right.
which is this weird thing. Like the event horizon is, again, is this like weird thing in the middle of the black hole, and it's the part that nobody knows anything about.
Aye, like it says there that that region is known as the point of no return.
Yeah,
beyond
'cause
which it's
like,
impossible to.
There's no way we can
Escape.
How do we fucking know that isn't the portal to another universe?
Aye, like maybe it is.
How do we know that those aren't just wee fucking holes into the next one? How, like, that is like a very, very, very like popular explanation as well. Like it's like a real like groupthink thing that people just kind of come up with.
But it's a good one to come up with as well. It's
It
like coming up
really
with God,
is.
because nobody can really say that it is or isn't. You know what I mean?
But there's loads of like people that say that there's multiple universes and stuff, right? The multiple universe thing is like greatly accepted by scientists and stuff. There's loads of scientists that like, say that, oh yeah, I believe in that. So if they're
because
also
of like the
saying
laws of
that
probability.
these black holes are most likely a rip in time and space, kind of like an anomaly, right?
Aye.
Like maybe you go in, you get crushed in a million pieces, and
But maybe you are
into
somewhere else.
nothingness. But then maybe you're rematerialized in a different fucking universe.
But maybe it's not possible to travel between them. But maybe that's there, and it's harnessing the energy, because that's like what like it's just like constantly being fed. You know what I mean? Like it's probably if we're able to have a universe here and it's taking in all of that, then maybe it can have one on the other side with all that shit that it has, because all those particles that are going on and shit is basically what's going on in our universe. But
Yeah.
they're bound to collide in some kind of different way or something.
And like,
You know what I mean?
there's
Because
been
our laws of physics don't like apply there. You know what I
No,
mean?
not
'Cause
the
it's-
black hole.
For a start, like as soon as you get anywhere near it, like it
time
all
starts to
everything
warp and
fucks.
stuff, aye.
Aye.
like it's so weird. Like they've always talked about it, like time around black holes, time. It's the biggest thing, and like even if you're not talking about a separate universe, it's sucking in matter, right? And see as well, it's got the name black hole just because it is a big black hole in space. But that also like makes you think that it's like destroying everything.
Aye.
I don't know, but they don't actually know if it is destroying everything.
True, it could be
Like,
just get bald and loads of shit.
exactly.
basically, like.
How do we know that it's not sucking in all these fucking particles and redistributing them throughout time?
Aye.
You know what I mean? How do we know that it's not fucking? How do we know that black holes aren't remnants of the Big Bang or something? Well, the stars that have turned into something, but maybe it's like a leftover thing from the Big Bang that's like sucking in energy through time and space and like relaying it back to the start, and it's just a never-ending cycle.
Oh man, hurts my head thinking about this too much.
It's all so complicated and weird. It's like to talk about it, it like gets
And even
a
the
wee bit spiritual
even the people who know
sometimes.
all
It's
the
weird.
stuff about it don't know anything about it. Like so, no,
No, they just
we're
kinda
not going to
guess
come up
as
with
well.
anything like.
Like I know why flat earthers could get that whole idea in their head, because whenever you
At least
read
your ground's flat.
this,
Like it looks flat at least.
yeah, it looks flat. Like I was going to watch that documentary the other day, and I
About the
nearly
flat
did,
earthers?
nearly did until the first. Like Big J Okerson said on the Bonfire radio show, like all flat earthers have a line. They have their go-to line. Like, I've never seen it be round. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
That's the one he used. He's like, I've never seen it be round. Like that. He's heard somebody say that before. And they're like, oh well, they do have a line. And then like, then this guy in the trailer for the Flat Earth documentary was like, oh well, you know, all science does is throw math and facts at us, but I go by what I can see. Look over there. You can see. And I'm all, yeah, man, all maths, facts. Fuck it, man.
Oh man,
Who
I don't
cares
know.
about maths and facts?
It annoys me too much. I think they get on it. Like I watched like after like hearing about it wherever on like Joe Rogan or something, I watched your guy Eric Dubé, like one of his videos, and I was like,
fuck.
oh my god, hey, this is not for me. I stayed away from it ever since.
Have you seen his Dinosaurs Aren't Real video?
Oh, I've seen it like in the recommendations. Maybe you watched it the last
Man,
day,
it's
and it came up.
so
me.
good. But no, I didn't watch it. I've seen it by proxy. Trevor Valle was on Joe Rogan.
Oh,
right?
again?
No,
Or your
just
guy
for the
before?
first time.
Oh,
Do you
right, aye.
remember they like did like almost like a fight companion
Aye,
to like his video?
he like broke it down.
where like he was breaking it down.
Aye.
And he's like, no, wrong.
That's
wrong.
a really
And he was
good
getting
lesson.
So angry. I was like, oh man, it's so funny.
He's so not your classic paleontologist
No,
type.
no.
Go and try to bring up a picture of him, Emily.
It's like
Trevor
yellow,
Valle.
weird, fucking always wears
Like
a hockey
Trevor
jersey.
Valle, I think. He's fucking. He's got like a big, like he's got like a dyed beard and all.
Yeah.
Like he just does not seem the
He
type.
looks like your guy from Slayer.
He does.
But bigger, but
Or
portly.
he looks like that guy like up in somewhere in Strabane that fixes motorbikes. You ever see that guy?
That
You ever
guy,
seen
that
him?
exact guy,
Used to
bald,
walk past
and
his
like a big-
house.
like
Aye.
a beard. It's like it's only like on this bit of the chin.
It's
but
like one of them, like soul
it
patch
comes
sort of
out
beards.
then.
There he is.
There he is. That's him.
He's paleontologist and he's wears
course.
like hockey jerseys and shit and gets really fucking
Aye,
heated.
no, that one's got Cthulhu on it. Oh man, yeah, cool guy. But he like broke down Eric Dubé's video, and like, it's
Because there's fact like
Joe
there's-
Rogan said something about it. It's like when somebody like does a video like that, and they can kind of edit, and they can kind of like they have like. They all seem to have like the same voice, which is a very like mellow kind of like
it's very neutral. Like,
neutral tone that sounds like they're knowledgeable.
it's almost
Aye.
believable.
Yes,
You know what I
and
mean?
they
They're
never go or but in their videos. They're very well scripted and stuff, right? But
But
yeah, man. But like he's just saying things. It's sort of like arguing with a religious person. It's like, oh well, why does this happen? Because God did it. Oh, that's
Aye.
not a good enough answer, lad.
Aye, good enough for him. Like, but don't try
Like,
and fucking
why
force
are
that on.
dinosaurs not real? Because they aren't. Because I said so in a video on YouTube.
You also understand, like, I remember watching that, like, he gets pretty heated when he's breaking it down. He's like, no, bullshit.
I know,
He's
he
like,
gets so
like,
heated.
so fucked off, man, because, like, imagine that's, like, your
It's his
job.
life.
Your job is basically knowing all about all that shit, and someone's trying to, like, just say that it's not real. It's fucking ridiculous, like. That is so stupid. Like,
I think a lot of that shit is based on religion, you know. I think it's because they're coming from like a religious background, like maybe. I feel like if you're not religious, you're just more skeptical
probably.
as well. Like,
And if
even
you're
though-
religious, you're probably more susceptible to believe in magic.
exactly. Like I can't like it doesn't see like why like the flat Earth thing too is like a biblical thing. It comes from biblical like lore. Just like the Earth is flat and it sits at the center of the universe and everything revolves around it. That is what it says in the Bible.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty fucking sure the Earth's flat.
I don't think it's in the Bible.
It sits at the center of the universe and everything revolves around it. Either it's in the Bible or it's like the Catholic Church taught it in the early days.
Well, like, flat earthers say that people, like governments and stuff and authority figures taught it because they believed that people were easier to be controlled on a flat or on a rounded surface than a flat surface. That's what they say about the
Why?
the
'Cause you
round
can
earth
jump
thing.
off. I can jump off a building. Same effect, lad.
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
No, I mean that people said it was round because it was easier to control people on a ball.
no. This is what
somehow.
I'm getting at though.
Aye.
Is like the fact that it's flat. Like what makes it easier to control people on a what part of the physics of it being flat
It doesn't
make
matter.
it easier
Aye. Regardless of
to control people? Is it because like you're on a round ball, there's nowhere for you to run, you'll just go around in a circle? But it works the same. If it's flat, you're trapped by the ice wall.
Aye, exactly. Then it doesn't work. You can't.
Ah. Like so
Even
so,
easier to control people who are
like,
surrounded by a big
where-
wall.
Also, if it's easier to control people on a flat Earth, or on a round
round
Earth,
Earth.
sorry, and you're being lied to, when you find out it's flat, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go, man?
Nowhere.
You know, like I mean, where were you going to go if you weren't being controlled? Are you going to fucking fly off into space? But you're on a round Earth, so you can't.
Exactly.
Do you know
There's
what I
a lot
mean?
of things that can be misinterpreted, but I think this is just like old Bible talk. Like the most solid one is here in Revelations, and it says, "After this, I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth."
Aye, see,
But
the
I feel
four
like they
corners
just
of the
like
Earth,
use
aye.
that
It's all.
for like fuel for their argument. Like it probably wasn't meant in that way.
But that would also
Aye.
mean it's square.
But people also
It's like
did
a
think that it was
square.
flat then.
Yeah, but still.
People think it's like a
Okay.
disc, like a
disc,
frisbee,
right.
like a pie,
Yeah.
with an ice, like a crust of ice. That's what people think it is, like a pie with a crust of ice. But everything else is a ball.
Aye. Except us.
Everything else, even the moon that we can't see. Like this is the thing. What do they think the moon is? Do they think the moon is like a fucking, I don't know, like a projection or something?
Oh, probably a hologram or something.
Look at this site here.
Oh,
This
man.
is like someone's argument for it being flat. Like,
Oh, has he made his own flat
Just
Earth
as soon as I
Bible?
see a website like that, I'm like, this information is dated.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it could also be from now, and he's just
Aye, or that.
mad.
This information is dated or fucking just ridiculous.
And also, like his format of this website, man, you're doing bad. Like, there's a lot
You want
of
people to fucking believe you,
lot of-
man.
No, there's a lot of shit going on.
lot
Okay,
of text.
and I don't want to do
give me
TLDR,
some.
lad. TLDR.
Is geocentrists the term that flat earthers give to people
Oh
who
man,
believe
if
that
it is,
they're...
that's fucking funny.
I'm actually a geocentrist. Is it?
Geocentrists, man.
Bet it is.
Please be. Nah, geocentric.
Is it something
Yeah,
made
but-
up?
This must. It must. Nah, right. Geocentrism. No.
Like Jews.
Maybe it's just like a.
Oh, I don't know.
An
Maybe I
adjective
read it wrong.
for
Hey, it could be a made up
like
word.
something.
It's on a made up site about a made up fucking thing.
He's comparing geocentrists to flat earthers, whatever that is. Any geocentrists out there? Any
Oh,
flat earthers out
it's-
there? Help us out.
That people who believe that the Earth was in the middle, like the
Oh, the
primary
centre
thing,
of the
the
universe.
center of the universe.
Oh
yeah.
shit! Right.
All
yeah.
right, people-
But that
aye.
goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's also bullshit as well. Like we
Yeah.
know that we orbit the sun and not not that everything orbits us.
Also, I think there's pretty much there like nothing is ever at the center of the universe because it's constantly expanding
Yeah.
and always has been. So like, and like it's not expanding like I don't think it's like it's in a big circle and expanding exactly the same. I think it's just like going everywhere nuts at the same time and just like wherever it goes and like I don't know what is there. Nothingness, obviously. I don't know.
Nothing. Fuck all.
Do you know, but like. There's
This
so
website's
much-
ridiculous, man. Is there more? Is it just all text if you just keep scrolling down?
It seems to be all text. Again,
Give
I'm
it a
gonna go
scroll.
back
Yep.
to when they were talking about this on the bonfire.
Yeah.
The Overson and Dad show, the Soder show. He also made this point when he's like, oh yeah, if somebody like if it did like finally come out and like the flat earthers got what they wanted and like they admitted it was flat, he'd be like, yeah, okay, and move on. And I'd be like, I think I'd do the same. I'd be like, oh really? Well, wow.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Wow. I suppose those guys were right.
Hey.
Sorry.
there you have it.
Moving on.
Aye.
And like that their life is now like do you think if like it happened they'd all like not believe it? Because like
No,
they've dedicated their
I
life to
think
this thing.
they'd fucking take it and they'd run with it so fucking hard,
don't
and they'd
think so.
start. Then they start throwing the dinosaur shit again. They're like, "Look, we were right,"
Oh, do you think they
and
go
now
on the
you're back to
then?
dinosaurs, and everyone's like, "Hold on a minute, these guys disprove what we fucking thought was right for my whole life. Maybe they're right about the dinosaurs too, and carbon dating's a myth." I don't know. Hey,
Fucking
I don't believe it though.
in Jim Jeffries special, I think it was him that said like I think it was on a show when he was talking to Bill Burr. He said that like the internet's a weird thing and like in the 90s if you were a man who liked to fuck pigs, you probably thought you were like the only person who did that. You probably felt like a real piece of shit. Okay, right. But now you can go online and type anybody else fuck pigs and then you're part of a community.
That's fucking funny.
So like I'm sure there were fucking flat earthers well before it came out like this, but now they've just all found each other
Or-
Yeah,
online.
that last website, the guy wrote that like since I had become interested in flat Earth in 1970.
What?
So,
Well,
Do you think it's like Scientology? It's just been secret and kept like in its own wee bubble, and now it's out.
because people thought it was flat before they thought it was round.
No, I know. But
People
then
were like
everybody-
circumnavigating the Earth, waiting to fall off.
Everybody wised up then, though.
Aye, and they went, hold on, we didn't fall off. Something's going on here. It's like, oh, it must be round.
Have you ever been up a big mountain or in a plane? You know.
Aye, like, you do.
Have all flat earthers not been in planes?
Man, and if they have,
see,
they don't look out the windows.
No,
I'd
they
fucking
don't. They
tell
must
you
not.
that
They
too.
must always get aisle seats. They must always, or like close to the toilet. Or
Oh, they don't
something.
fly,
I
man.
don't
Too
know.
skeptical to fly.
Well, you fly off the edge, man.
Exactly. planes don't work on a Earth that's a dust. They'll just crash
No,
into
man,
each other
of
all the
course,
time.
all the time. But
Aye.
see their thing as well about the like you have them with the have you ever been up a mountain higher than so many feet? And if they go, aye, and I've seen it, whatever. And like if you go high enough, you
And it's
can
clear enough.
see the curvature, right?
Aye.
I've seen it. I've seen it many times. I've seen it at a plane. I've seen it on a mountain, right? And like, if it's really clear, you'll see like a good bit, and then it really disappears. Like there's drop off, right? And if you're like really high up, so we went to the station on Mount Blanc, which is like 20 odd thousand feet up. It's like basically at the top of the mountain, right? And it's like a viewing station that the ski lifts take you up, and like you go and do it, and like there's as a platform you can walk out onto, and like from that we saw like complete horizon and then the drop off. But you can see the drop off and you can see the tops of mountains
Aye.
sticking over the drop off and stuff.
Aye.
Like the mountains are still there, but they're just lower, and then you can't see the land anymore because it's not high enough. It's curved round.
Aye.
But then their explanation for that is that it just like you can only see so far. I think it's like your eyes cloud
What about
after a while.
Has nobody set up a telescope and made a boat sail off into the horizon? Because it'll disappear.
I think they say it's just like you just can't see it anymore.
But you can, because you can use telescopes to see the moon.
But like
Which is also right.
if it took off over the horizon, then it would disappear, right? But what I'm saying is that they don't think it disappears because it goes over the horizon. They think it just disappears.
Because it's out of sight.
Out of sight. But even if
Out
you
of
do
sight,
it
out
with
of
a telescope,
mind.
they'll probably say, "Oh, the telescope can only see so
Aye.
far as well."
Aye, they'll just keep replacing shit like
well, a
that.
telescope is an instrument of science, and science is evil. It lies to us. NASA created telescopes, Dualta, and they're.
Did that boy take a picture on a fucking fisheye lens trying to disprove flat Earth society?
I think so.
Aye.
I think so.
He's got a fucking something on a selfie stick. I bet it's a GoPro and I bet it's
But
not
like,
my fisheye.
I think people
you
think
can't
they're
see it.
gonna see.
You're
like,
not going to see.
You're gonna see like this much curvature. Like, do you know what I mean? You're just gonna need to see like the top of a football. Nah, you see like
It's slight,
just
but
like
you can
if it
see
was
it.
flat, you'd be able to see. If you were 20,000 feet up on
Aye.
a clear day, if the Earth was flat, you would be able to see all of it. 20,000 feet is Mount Blanc's the highest mountain in Europe. Sorry, right? Well, we'll say like just right. Mount Blanc's the highest mountain in Europe. It's like 21,000 feet, right? If you're at the top of that and you look out, you would theoretically, if the Earth was flat, just from your vision, be able to see the whole of Europe.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
If you're high enough up.
All of it. Because it's the highest
would just
point. We just keep
keep
going.
going.
Aye, it would never roll off onto the horizon. There'd be no horizon.
Aye. Oh, dude.
Yeah, man. So I think we should move on.
Move on from that flat Earth. And
Move on from non-flat Earth.
Well,
Hey.
what have you been up to just in the last week since the last one? I mean, last episode was 007, so
007.
well, that was pretty cool.
I haven't been up to a whole lot. My car broke down, so I couldn't be very out and about-ish.
Just
I,
very,
I have been walking a lot
yeah.
due to necessity and for fun once or twice as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice and sunny. So
Not
I thought,
like it.
you know
Has
what?
the weather's been
You
nice.
know what? I'll go out for fun today instead
Weather's
of just having to
been
walk
lovely.
for necessity.
Aye.
And I've been watching some good things. I watched the new Ricky Gervais show, Afterlife. I told you about that when I came down.
Yeah.
Came in, but
Oh, wait till we'll
It's,
watch that and then we'll have a good talk about it.
I
I
think
think
we
so.
should
It'll be
definitely
a good one to talk about it.
watch
Say.
that and have a good talk about it.
Maybe you should watch Derek as well.
Yeah,
then.
because I'd like to just I've talked about Derek on this before.
You have?
And Ashton said a few times, I think that I don't know, it's not really for me. I couldn't really get onto it. And then when he described Afterlife today, and he's like, it's just like it's so it's just so real. It's just and it's just but basically he was just saying all the things that I was saying about Derek. So I think you'd really like Derek. Ashton, check it out.
Probably
Talk
should
about it
watch
next time.
I probably should watch it.
Good show though.
I don't know. I think it was. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. My bias against Ricky Gervais kept me away from that show. But the dog made me watch it. As all, he's a dog. Cool. We'll see.
He
how
loves
it-
animals.
I
You
was
should
all-
love Ricky Gervais.
I remember I text Michael because he was the one who actually told me to watch it first before you said it was even remember you said it was out and you were like, you see there's a
Was
new
Michael
Ricky Gervais
saying it as
show
well?
out. Michael watched it I think as soon as it came out or something and told me that it was really good. And so I text him and I was all, I'm watching this show, it's fucking class. And then he's all, man, it's so sad. And I was like, man, if this fucking dog dies, I'm going to put a brick through my TV. Because I was all, the show was so sad already that if they killed the dog off, you'd have to smash your TV.
That's what people have been saying that apparently.
There's not, you could just, they can't do that.
He put out something about the dog. Did you not see that?
Oh, no way. It died in real life, bro.
No, but whenever he announced season 2, he's like, doing season 2, and don't worry, the dog doesn't die.
Oh, good stuff.
Because
hey.
I think people were really up in arms.
People
about
are
it,
like, no, people, me as well.
Yeah.
Hey.
Not just people, but Ashing too.
Man, me as well. If they killed that dog, it would be like, right, you get halfway through Forrest Gump and a fucking like a Viet Cong soldier just jumps in a tree and stabs him right in the head. That would be what it's like. Like the dog is very much part of that show.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just cut one of the main characters out.
I'd like to watch it. Hey, it sounds fantastic.
It's very good. I also, as you heard from my the new addition to my classic and hard and or just assorted rock playlist. There's been some Motley Crüe added to that. Hey,
Yeah, I should been watching The Dirt.
Yeah, and I never really liked them that much until I watched it. And you know what? I don't really like them that much now either. But it was funny, and I think a couple of the songs were like, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I like it. And it's just good they drive. It's like stupid classic rock stuff, but like hard rocky kind of hair metal-y shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like shit. It's fucking good shit though. I don't know.
Good fucking driving music is what
like,
it is.
It's fun shit.
Did they
Do you
put
know what I
it?
mean?
Did they include
Don't have to think about it.
in that biopic of The Dirt? Did they include that fucking was it Vince Neil that like killed somebody when driving
Killed
a
3
limo?
people,
Did
man.
they include it in the
yeah,
thing?
oh, they did. Yeah, they had the car crash and everything. They had no. See here,
And their sales went up by
thing.
like 2,000%.
Here's the thing. The Dirt, way better musical biopic apparently than fucking that one about Freddie Mercury.
I'd
Bohemian
say
Rhapsody.
so, hey.
It's like worth, even if you don't even like Motley Crue, it's kind of worth a watch for a laugh because everybody's really good in it, right?
And them
like,
boys were mad.
Them boys were mad, and like. Even if you don't like the music, right? See the way they scored it though with all the Motley Crue songs. You'll like it, the music, because it's like only all the good parts of all the Motley Crue songs. They don't have any of the shit filler on there at all.
Is it a biopic and not a documentary?
I thought it was a documentary. It's a
I
biopic.
was.
Okay.
That's why I put it off for so long too. And then I looked at it. It
I'd
says
watch
like
it
it's like
then.
a comedy biopic thing, right? And like I was thinking about it. I was like, and it's only like an hour and 50 long. And usually, like, biopics are like 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, no, well, like, if you're talking about Motley Crue, you're probably better doing, like, a comedy biopic kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
keep
like,
it lighthearted and fun, like the music. Like, don't have long verses.
No,
Hey,
definitely
2 lines,
don't.
chorus.
Yes.
Let's
finished,
have 2
done.
lines and a laugh, and that's what they were saying. They applied the Motley Crue formula.
Can you make your guitar sound like a motorbike? Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
cool. Start of the album.
Cool. Nice.
Start album. Oh, wait. And can you kill the engine? Yeah. Oh, you can. Oh, yeah. Okay. End of the album. Or something like that. That's the way they roll,
Perfect,
man.
man.
So
Good
people roll
stuff.
back
It's like,
in.
you know what it is? Junk food for your brain, music-wise.
Class.
But good stuff.
That's basically what
nonetheless,
Motley
like-
Crue. That's what hair metal is.
But as I said, I was thinking how weird it would be if it was serious. Because, like...
See, I thought it wasn't. I thought they put a documentary.
Even all the... But I think even if they should have done... Even if they do a documentary now, which I think they might be, they should still do it in that style. Do not do it seriously. Like, all the shit... They never, ever took music seriously. Like, they weren't, like classically trained musicians or...
No.
They weren't like... oh yeah, I'm in it for the music, man. They were like, I want to get girls all the time.
That's back when people joined bands to be
like,
with
he,
girls.
like, they literally admit it at the start of the film. He's like, I'm only joining this band so I can get chicks, man. That's
Aye.
all I'm
That's
saying at least
like-
once.
It's the fucking time, man. Things have changed.
you know what I mean?
People
Like-
have moved on.
And like, oh, Tommy Lee's honestly really whoever plays his character is really good. In it. Is really, really good. Plays him pretty well. Plays him pure dumb, but like
Aye.
still pretty like.
Have you
I
ever
don't
seen
know.
his
Kenny, I'm
fucking
liking him.
his flying fucking his drums just fucking take off the ground
Oh, and do like
and like they go to like rail like
Travis
over
Barker
the fucking.
did that as well. For
Aye,
that.
but he's used his rig.
Was it using his rig?
Aye.
Oh wow.
That's
they,
his
they
thing.
show you in the film. They were on a plane.
It's
doing
like
a-
spinning
man,
all around the
They
place.
were on a plane, right? And they're just doing a mountain of coke, and they're just sitting there. He's all, "Man, I've got this idea, man." And Tommy Lee's like bouncing off his seat in the plane. His girlfriend gets up, or no, it's in the bus, I think. And the girlfriend gets up, and, like stabs him with a pen. Man, it's so great. Like you gotta watch it. Even if
and
you don't
apparently-
like Motley Crue,
See,
watch
like
it.
I think people were saying like. I see there's a lot of people who watched it being like, this can't be real. But apparently they still left out a lot.
I left out stacks.
You know what I mean? Like,
Left
it's
out
not, it's
stacks.
not exaggerated.
Me and Michael have talked about
Underplayed.
it, like, and I like all that shit. You know the crack
Aye.
yourself, and like, I love all the mad stories from like that era, and like, they left out loads. I mean,
Aye.
they didn't leave out like I mean, like, you would think they would have left out like Vince Neil's car crash.
See, I thought they would have.
Yeah, the really sad parts of it, like his daughter dying and all. They left all that out.
There's a bit of, like, with
They
that
had his
lifestyle comes a lot
they
of grunge
had
shit.
His daughter's death scene in the film, like, you know, they didn't
How did his
pull
daughter die?
any cancer.
Right.
They didn't pull any punches at all with it. Like, they told the truth. Like, I like. It talked about like Mick Mars having like serious spondylitis.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Like, because he's completely like white and he looks like a corpse basically.
See,
it's
like-
like a wasting disease.
He's had it for
Isn't
a
it?
long. So like I said, wasting like Mick basically turned your spine to cement, right?
Aye.
But like he's had it since like the 80s, I think.
But like
But,
slow.
like, it's like really slow. Medicine's got better, obviously. So like he's not like I'd say like if he'd been born earlier than that,
Aye.
he'd have died. But like since medicine's got better, I think they've been able to like kind of fix him.
It's probably just got to a point and it'll be like
Yeah.
that because he's still able to turn all, but apparently like see like
Sits in a wheelchair for
him-
some shows, I think.
for him playing and stuff is
He
like
was
very
way
very
older
painful.
than them as well, you know.
Really?
Yeah, he was like I think he was like fucking in his 30s when they were all teenagers.
What?
Because like
What
it
is he now?
shows you him joining the band. They like just did like an open casting call for guitarists, and everybody that landed was like shit. And then like he fucking landed, and they're like, "Who's this fucking old guy?" And he was like 35, and they were all like 17 and 18. And he came in and was just like, "This is the type of music we're gonna play," and just
Aye.
fucking told them what they were gonna do. And like
Sweet.
he was the real mastermind behind it all. He knew what he was doing. They were all just fucking looking
They're
for
fucking
girls.
around.
Aye,
Oh
like,
my God.
Like
What a ridiculous bunch of fucking guys.
I'm kind of more interested in him than the rest of them,
Aye.
right? Because like he seemed like the real like kind of he like
Did he write
saying that right?
everything and
Like,
shit?
a few of them did like come up with the ideas to do like punks going this way with the music industry. Why don't we go the exact opposite way? And that obviously paid off for them. You know what I mean?
Just back to the drum raiser thing taking off into the hang right. Have you ever seen like videos of him doing it? Like is it in
Aye,
the
like
film?
it
It's like
spins, aye.
it's spinning, but like all that you can hear, it's like it's just drum solo, right?
Aye.
And he's got a mic, and you just hear like,
Woo! Yeah! He does it in the film.
ah, he's
Woo!
but it's just like drums. Like, ah!
It's during Kickstart My Heart, I think.
Aye,
Because like
because-
he has the mic on for Kickstart My Heart because they all
Aye.
sing during it. That's so funny, man. Like
Oh,
he
man.
like and they
What a
in the
band, hey?
film, man. He's like, do you know who like he reminds me of in the film? Like Chris Pratt's character in Parks and Rec. He just
Aye.
like acts like a pure child.
Aye.
Like
they're running all the time and shit.
running around in his like leopard print knickers all the time. Like no, like a leopard print thong.
Aye.
Like he just walks around in that all the time. And
Oh,
like
man.
running away from the cops because he like shouted in some old woman's face in her hotel room because like oh man, there's just some madness going on. Like there's a really funny bit, and like that's like all the bits are like really short. Even though they like did like loads of, as you said, they left a lot of shit out. They still had loads of content. There was so
Aye.
many times when I thought like they were gonna just cut to this, cut to that, cut to, but they never cut to anything. They just went through all of it, and like I can't remember where I was going with that one actually. I've forgotten now.
That's all right, Dashing.
That's okay.
Don't worry about it. But I'm gonna watch that real soon as well.
You definitely should. It's,
'Cause I thought
it's
it was a
worth
documentary and I was still intrigued, but more intrigued now.
Yeah, because I've actually been like watching a lot of documentaries recently, and like that's why I went for it first. But then I think I was gonna watch it first, and then I didn't. I left it because I found out it was a film.
Aye.
And then Michael told me again, another person, Motley Crüe, he told me that it was good, but it was like a comedy kind of film. And I was like, what weird. Hey? It's like I didn't. And then I watched it. I was like, oh, this is great.
There's a part in God Bless Ozzy Osbourne where one of the, I can't remember who it is from Motley Crue's been interviewed about him, and they're like talking to the questions basically like it's something like, you know, you guys were like known as the craziest band, did the craziest shit on tour and the most fucked up shit and all. And I was kind of like, what was it like with Ozzy? And they were like,
Yeah,
oh,
Ozzy's
like he's like
crazy.
way crazier. It's
Yeah.
like, they're like, it was too much.
There's a
He
scene
lasted
in
like
the
an hour
film with
in his
him.
hotel room, I think. And he was like there to party for the night, and they came on and he was rubbing shit all around the walls, and they're like, oh dude, this guy's fucking sick. They all bailed.
Like, as I says in the film, they like cut to like if something isn't true, they like cut to a scene where they go, this isn't true, but we like the story this way better, so here we're going to tell you the truth in this cut scene, and then we'll go back, right? So like but like most of it is pretty bang on because all of them like did help kind of tell their stories and all from their point of view. and all. And there's a really good bit in it where they're all sitting outside some hotel in LA, and I'm pretty sure this did happen. Ozzy comes out in a dress, a big yellow dress, right? And he's completely wankered at like 11 o'clock in the morning, right? And he walks out and he's like saying hello to everybody and like walking along, and he's completely fucked, and he nearly trips over this old woman. He's like, oh, and he's like, would you like a drink, madam? And like pulls up the dress. He's all, I'm buying, and he's got $100 sticking out of his arsehole. Right? He goes, go on, take it, and starts wiggling it in her face and all. And then he like flops it down again and moves on. Right. This is like all within like 5 minutes of each other. Then like he falls off a lifeguard chair, right? Right, that he's climbed onto.
Why was he on it in the first place?
Climbed onto it to talk to the Motley Crüe for a while, right? He then falls off the lifeguard chair, right? And he's saying that like, give me your straw, I want a bump. And they're like, nobody's got Coke. And he's like, I want a bump. And he takes the straw, and there's a line of ants on the floor, and he just fucking snuffs the line of ants, right? And then he's like, you think you're hardcore enough for that? And then he just passes all over the floor and licks it up, right? Tommy Lee is like, no, I'm going to find out hardcore. So he passes on the floor, and then he goes to lick it up, right? But
they like a shower's pass, don't they?
Ozzy fucks him out of the way and licks his piss up then.
Ah, fucking great, too.
It's
Man,
so
imagine being in one of those bands, or just even being, not even being in the band, but just being like affiliated with the band and being privy to all this, like witnessing all this nonsense. Like they were just out doing each other the whole time.
Pretty much, yeah. Like throwing safes and TVs out windows and smashing Mercedes and stuff.
And then that wasn't enough, the whole bed is to come out or something. Like this is fucking madness. Hey, you should read Ozzy's book. It's a way more detailed version of the fall of God Bless Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
really, really fucking good.
To watch God Bless Ozzy Osbourne again.
It's so good. It's a good documentary.
I really got to.
Book's far better though. I am Ozzy. It's fantastic.
I can't remember if God Bless Ozzy Osbourne. What way is it like? Filmed? Is it like an actual like proper like?
It's like a music documentary. Like people from bands sitting on armchairs talking with their names coming up at the bottom and that kind of thing. But it's a good documentary.
To like this new kind of wave of like kind of like comedy, kind of half comedy, half kind of like weird. Like they'll use like a lot of animation and stuff to recreate things and all, make it kind of funny. Like I like these new type of documentaries that are coming on. If you've seen any of those, there was like ones that are kind of like past takes as well, like American Vandal. I haven't watched that yet, but I've been told it's pretty good. Right? It's like a mockumentary as well. I think
that's really fucking
right.
funny.
But there's like documentaries now that are doing like
season.
I can't even think of any off the top of my head. Right. There's a lot of that are doing.
That's a good example. A lot of American Vandal.
Yeah. I don't know if that's like true though. I don't know if that
actually. Oh no, it's not true.
It's a mockumentary, isn't it?
It's
not actually true.
No, it's not true.
Nah, well, there's ones that are true. They're telling true stories, but do it in that style.
Right, that seems weird. So like I haven't seen anything like that. Anyway.
But it's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of ones now. Well, I can't think of it, but there's a lot of films that have done that where they like tell like I'd be easier for me to pull films in my head. Like they'll tell like a really serious story, but with like a wee bit of humor to it. Like, you've seen American Made, haven't you?
No, I haven't seen that.
No, it's the Tom Cruise one.
What's going on, Mike? Stop.
The Mac needs charge. You didn't give me a charger.
Charger's in the bag.
Oh.
But American Made, the Tom Cruise one. That's like the way they film it and the way they do all like the recreations when they talk about like how Reagan started the drug war and like all the Contras and blah 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 blah. They do like funny kind of animations and stuff, and like the narration is kind of like quite like snappy and comedic and all, and like the editing and the snap to and cut to and all that shit. It's like done in like a kind of comedy way rather than like a serious. This is what happened. Here are the facts. Even though Hollywood's always kind of wanked up the facts, right? This is like they're still wanking up the facts, but at least they're kind of letting you know they're doing it.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's like I would rather.
That's like part of the whole thing.
Instead of making a film like Foxcatcher, which I haven't seen but have heard
you know that it's
is bullshit,
Aye.
right? Very inaccurate. Like they made that look as like real as possible.
Aye, like you need to hunt at it. You need to like let people know that you're going to do that because it's in the same way too. Where they like left out shit in that Bohemian Rhapsody one as well. I was going to say Bohemian Grove, in Bohemian Rhapsody where they left out like parts as well. Like it's like just. Like either do it completely right or do it like the way you're saying and like a kind of a weird roundabout way of
kind of
funny way
not really taking the piss, but not taking it too
Like
seriously.
a quirky kind of thing.
Quirky, aye. Kind of like, here's a biopic in the style of the Coen brothers.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Or not? Maybe not even the Coen brothers. It's really hard for me to pull it out. But I'm not informed today.
You're off
for my-
form with
for
the
my, for my film knowledge.
for pulling facts.
But it is like this quirky kind of thing. Like American Made's a really good example. I'm now trying to think of like other films that have come out recently that have been like that. War Dogs with Jonah Hill.
Aye.
If you've seen
Aye.
that, that's
a good example.
like kind of comedy, quirky, kind of, but a true story that actually happened that was dodgy as fuck.
Aye.
Right? You know they have those like animations like Saddam Hussein was doing this weird thing, and like they tell you the wee story about how these boys got into business and all. Like, it's not like you can imagine if they'd done that film in the 90s, they would have made it look like Goodfellas. Do you know what I mean?
Kind of like South Park.
Yeah, it is
South
kind of like
Park's a good
South
way of
Park
doing it.
making a film about a true story. Sorta. I don't know.
It's like the way South Park write their episodes, like they write them based on like, especially like the more recent ones, like it's very up to date.
Yeah.
With like the election season with the
Oh,
election,
yeah,
where
yeah.
everything's up to date.
Oh,
But it's like they're sort of doing the same things, but like,
blown out of proportion.
aye, but you know what I mean? It's like that, but like on the like in the extremities.
Yeah.
Of it.
I know what you mean now. It's everything in South Park is like so on the button, but you can't. Like, there's so many times where I've been like, "What am I getting at here?" Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, there's parts where like they start off and then like by the end you're like, how did this start? It's like this is
like a
fucking
running bat that's been going
plummeted
from like
into
season
mayhem.
1 or 2, and you're like,
Aye.
"Huh, what? What does this mean now?" like do you know where like they took our jobs was just they took our jobs. It was like they took our jobs,
Aye.
and then now it's like anytime you hear it in a thing, it's just like.
Aye, but everyone knows what
And
it
then,
is.
aye.
Like, but if you just like, if you've never seen South Park, just say that, just go like, what the fuck?
There's
What
always
is
like
this?
there's always like a rooster to finish like.
Aye.
But, like,
Fantastic.
that's like a bit that evolved over like
Aye.
a good few series, right? That like if you do it, like people know what it is.
Oh, I definitely.
But that's fucking hilarious. But man, there's so many bits that I've never like got at all. Like even in the new series, like I've got all the PC Principal stuff was hilarious.
Oh,
Do you know one thing I found so funny about him? Right, like it's such a weird like how he like holds the mic and
Aye.
how he speaks into it. How like you can always hear him going.
Aye. He holds it
That's
like a total
so
jock.
fucking funny.
That's
Like,
how
you
a jock
can,
holds a
like,
mic.
Really hear him like fucking like enunciating into it.
Aye.
Like, it's so
Sputting all the
the
time.
way he fucking does that, and he's wearing like
And the point,
the wraparound.
the point as well.
Oakleys.
Is like, you gotta do.
What I fucking tell you, Wendy? Like, he has like a
Shut
real,
your fucking face, Wendy.
He's like a real grudge against one of them. I can't remember who it is. It's the one who turns out to be the ad.
Oh man, fuck! What a good show. We started watching like from the start, and like man, there's so many.
That's
It's
so
hard
many
to keep up.
times.
But I'd like to get back to it.
It's I think it's like it's consistently better
Than
than The
anything.
Simpsons, maybe.
It's consistently better than a lot. Like
But I don't know.
I think it's the best animated fucking.
Do you think we have
comedy.
nostalgia about The Simpsons and we think it's way better than it is? Because
I
right,
think you do, man. I haven't watched The Simpsons half as much as
Really?
Yins, because I would never make a Simpsons reference because I wouldn't have one. You know what I mean?
I didn't know this about him either.
Yeah.
Does he not? He's like not a Simpsons
No,
person.
but sometimes you like make references and understand references, and that
I, like,
surprises
I
me
rem-
because you say you haven't watched it.
But I
So
watched it
think
when
you
I was
have.
younger. You know what I mean? I didn't watch it after the age of like 11 or 12 maybe. But like
What?
Ocean was like whenever I used to go down to
What?
Ocean's, it was just on all the time. Like
What?
and still if you went down.
I mean, I haven't really watched TV like that since I was.
Oh no, but I would
14 or
take a
something,
notion
you know
and
what I mean?
go and hit like some classic Simpsons episodes. Like I would go back to like season 7, 6, 5, like all them ones. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Fair enough, I have like
when
some
you're- when
DVD
you're-
that
like,
I would
if-
watch too.
I can't really watch the super early ones like season 1 and all, but like if I went from like season 3 to like I'd say it's like season 3 to like season 14, it's pretty good. Like to just watch that chunk, and that's loads. Do you know what I mean? You don't even need to watch.
It's a lot of watching.
On either end of that, you're sweet to leave it out.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And I think you can watch it linear as well as like just watching episodes.
I can just have episodes. Like.
But like I don't know. Like I think you don't. I don't know if it's me remembering how much I liked it as a child as well as an adult. But like, I still think it is definitely as good as I remember it being, because like it is like the most popular fucking show ever.
I
Basically,
think
like
I
it's
think,
so
like,
merchandisable. Like it's like there's so much shit out there that's like Simpsons branded.
like everybody knows
It's like
what it
nearly
is.
it's nearly as brandable as Disney.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a few things that are like brandable like that. South Park's nearly there, but it's still not like the same as
It's
the
still like
Simpsons.
amongst a certain type of people
Yeah,
almost,
it's
because there's a
like-
lot of people who don't like South Park. You know
No.
what I mean? Who are like against
Load-
it.
like
Like
load-
parents,
oh,
like
yeah,
my kids
parents
aren't
are
watching,
like
and they play on it in the show.
against it.
Like,
Oh man, that's like
with like
South Park.
Kyle's fucking mad. Like whenever they like go to the network
Oh,
and
they
stuff
go to
about trying to
Canada and all
cancel
too.
fucking what is it they're trying to fucking cancel
Terrence
again?
and Phillip.
Terrence and Phillip, obviously. Aye. It's like the same, and they do it in The Simpsons as well. To be fair, with like that Shane Scratchy thing, don't they? Where they try and cancel
It's
it,
about violence and stuff.
Aye.
aye.
but they still play on it. Like, just whenever we were talking about documentaries earlier, have you seen that new David Attenborough?
No, it's
one
on my
yet? Nah.
list.
Oh,
It's
I
on my
haven't seen it
list.
yet either. I seen one thing about it. About, I don't know, you might have seen it as well, about the walruses in northeast Russia, fucking just falling off cliffs, dropping
Really?
like flies because
Why?
because of global warming, and that melting their habitats, they're moving to like higher ground. Walruses aren't supposed to be on cliffs high
They're
for a
not.
start, and their vision's shite out of water.
Oh,
So
no
they
way.
just off edge of a cliff, just how
Can we get videos of this?
Aye, like it's in the
Is there a video?
documentary.
Oh shit! Really?
I think it's in the first episode. It's like this seems to be the scene from it, like, you know, in
so
the
if it
last
was-
Planet
if it
Earth
was-
with like the iguanas fucking like running from the snakes.
If it was BBC,
This is what this
I'd
is.
probably play it, but it's Netflix, so they will yank us off YouTube.
I
straight away,
will.
So maybe not play it.
Maybe no point if we can't show it. But
but
I'm sure loads of people have seen it. You know what we're
Watch
talking
Our
about.
Planet.
Aye, but I would like to start that very soon.
I'm
Looks
super
good.
gonna start it. I need to be in the right mood, and I think I need to have like a fat pound of grass as well.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Because I like that nature documentary and stacks of bongs and joints is a very good combination. I'm not even like I will sit at peace and take my information.
Aye, man.
Do you know what I mean?
You said this about nature when I was talking about the caravan. You know what? I'd take it either way.
Really?
Take my nature fucking fucked or sober.
Well, I mean, I can
Matters
check it
not to
sober,
me.
but I would definitely rather sit down and get like mesmerized and amazed and also a wee bit freaked out. I was watching, okay, right? Like I've never like been like had fear of animals before. Okay, like nothing ever really like. Obviously, I'm scared of like bears and snakes and tigers and like legitimate like fear that you would have instinctually.
Yes.
Okay. But I've never like looked at a picture of a bear and went, "Oh!" Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
I've never. It's never sent shivers up my spine, right, or anything like that. There, it's never actually put fear in me. But I was like watching this video the other day because again rabbit holes. Went an alligator crocodile / Nile crocodile rabbit hole. Okay, right. And then I got into like videos of them fighting and stuff. And then there's like a video of this one. Death rolling another crocodile's arm clean off.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah,
aye.
right. And the crocodile's arm that comes, he doesn't even budge. He doesn't even flinch.
They don't
He's
care.
just like, what? So?
They regenerate them, don't
Aye,
they?
they regenerate them, but but I mean, he's like, it's just like he didn't even notice it.
Aye.
Gone. He's like,
Oh man, they're like too
they're
hard.
so
too hard.
reptilian. Okay, and then I was watching this other video of like this like crocodile enclosure where there were like 1,000 of them, right, and like 100 square feet, and they started throwing meat in, and like you could hear them going, and they were tearing each other
bloodbath.
to bits, and it was a bloodbath. And I was sitting
Where
there.
the
and
fuck did they do this?
I was so stoned that I got so scared I had to turn the video off. I was like, ah! I was like, I like launching across the room. I'm not even joking. I got legitimate fear. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. That's like so scary. So imagine falling in there. You'd just be gnawed to bits. It's so crazy. See if you go under that top one, right? That's the one I was watching. The one where it bites its foot off. This is so fucking gnarly. Hey. Oh man. Like, this has been showed on so many podcasts, and I don't give a fuck, hey. It's so... Oh, look at it! It death rolls it off. Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh!
What the fuck? Like that is
Monsters!
insane.
Monsters! Right, hold on. Can you go down in the suggestions to see if you
Hold
can
on.
find the video that freaked me the fuck out?
We're watching this again.
Yeah, so look, he latches on there just
Oh, yeah.
kind of by accident.
The barrel rolls it the
around.
fuck off.
Oh man, then just chomps it down. slaps it down his throat. Look, it's gone. Like it's just a kind of his foot. Really.
Yeah, it's the bottom of it, like, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. I like.
It's not even bleeding.
Although I know they don't bleed.
We bleed rocks.
And YouTube's all fucked up, so I'll probably never find that video. The fucking
Yeah, it's not gonna
it's
show
another
us the same
video
shit.
of an alligator or a crocodile biting another crocodile's fucking leg off. So, but like the amount
Another crocodile biting off.
crocodile bites off crocodile's leg. But like, oh, down that third one down, man. This look at
It
this.
seems I've already
gator
watched this.
pit.
Oh, no,
Oh,
this was
she
you.
has-
Yeah,
right.
I thought it was me.
Man, look at that! Look at them all! Look at all of them!
They're gonna just all eat each
Oh
other.
man, this freaked me the fuck out. Look, but like, they all just kind of fucking bite each other and bite it to get the meat. Like they're not really like, you don't really know what they're doing.
That was fucking
Look, they're just latched on
rolling
each
around
other. Look.
again.
Man, look, God, imagine you fell into the middle of that. Look at it.
No chance.
Wow, that scared me. You just scared me there now.
Let's have the wee tag go.
Oh wow! That was a good like sound effect.
Should have done it closer to the mic.
Yeah, I know. Like a really satisfying can open. It's
I like the sound of a good can
like
opening.
if someone like tossed Stone Cold Steve Austin a beer, that's what it would sound like when he opens it.
I could catch me one hand,
Yep.
open it as he catches
oh,
it.
of course. Oh no, I like
Aye.
I can't.
Before it goes everywhere,
do
he's
it.
already consumed it all.
Oh, fucking, it's gone. He's necked it. I can't do it fast enough. Like he has reaction speed. If he was like not even facing you, he didn't know you were there, and you just lobbed a beer at him, he could like go and catch it and drink it. I feel like he just reached behind him. He wouldn't even need to turn around. You know the way you think he'd turn around and go and look you in the eye as he caught it?
Aye.
No. He wouldn't even turn around, right? He's gonna catch it, drink it all, throw it away, and then turn around, give you a wink, and walk away.
So I'll have another.
I'll have another.
We're going to some shit searching with the
yeah.
shit searching.
Wow. You should do the theme tune for this.
That seems to be that I do anyway. It's the only way I feel that it's okay to segue into shit
noticed
searching.
like edit days we usually do sing it. We're like
So
shit searching.
we do some shit searching. No, shit searching for the shit.
We should get like a game show jingle for this part. I think
Oh,
that'd be a good one.
I think we should maybe. I think that might be
Let's
fun
maybe do that.
because we always cut up this part because the camera we shoot for an hour and then we switch the battery over
Yeah.
and stuff. So we cut up to do the shit searching, but maybe a wee theme tune would just be nice there.
Theme tune might
Just
be nice.
like a wee like a jingle, like 2 bars.
Yeah.
That's all.
break it up
4 or 5 seconds maybe.
Da-da-da-da.
Searching through the shit, we got shit searching, and then we're on for some shit searching. We've got a HitchBot. The hitchhiking robot gets beheaded in Philadelphia. So the
I
world's
kinda
gone
wish
mad with
They
robots.
hadn't put in the beheaded bit and let that kind of
Let it be a
let it
surprise.
be a surprise.
Do we see it in the video?
Yeah, God,
So,
fire the video
play the
because the
video.
video
Like a
is
public
funny. The
beheading.
video is what I found.
Was it
No,
planned?
Right, let it explain it through the video.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
We'll cut this up.
Right.
Right, it's only like 3 or 4 minutes long.
Let's take a pause here then while this.
Okay.
Hello, I am HitchBot.
Wait. I feel like it'll be very slow.
Okay. Right, so you gotta like know what they're trying to do here with HitchBot, right? It's not just a stupid ornament, okay? Right? They've actually like, it's for something. It's like there's got a purpose.
Aye. What's
Alright.
it for?
What's the
You're gonna say?
Well,
How's it going?
we'll get into
Hello,
it.
I am HitchBot.
Jump in.
You will have to pick me up.
All right, I'll come get you.
HitchBot is the brainchild of university professors David Smith and Frauke Zeller.
It's about seeing how a robot gets by in our society and
Okay.
by being wholly dependent on human beings.
Aw.
Pass on it.
Dog. So is HitchBot just hitching his way about the place?
Americans are saying
Yes, pretty much. It can't move itself. It's a
People-
useless robot.
It'll probably work in Canada. It would never work here because here in the States we would put it into the ditch or shoot it.
I would like if they got some like
Well,
southern
you
guy
would.
to do that. We
Aye.
gonna shoot that bitch.
Robots arrived all 300 miles in the United States. It was destroyed in Philadelphia.
Are we seeing it being?
No.
Oh no, you don't see it get fucked up.
See, that picture
Shit,
was
right?
misleading.
Okay, so this is the video. That this isn't the video I saw. The video I saw actually explained what happened way better.
But that's it.
So it, yeah,
Decapitated.
okay. So like, it's not got a person with it or anything. It is literally just they left it there, and then people stopped to see what it was. Okay, so like,
Should have just left a fucking
I don't
dummy
know.
with a sign
right,
on it.
no, right. But I don't know how many, like how much it can actually interact with you. But I'm pretty sure it's got like a wee mini kind of like Alexa kind of type thing.
Right.
Where it like can like interact with you. It does know phrases and it can. I think
It's got
like
an Instagram. Those are its good Twitter.
Oh my god, it's got like mini AI kind of thing. It can kind of
Right,
like
aye.
right. So it's mostly because they were saying it was like I think they were saying it's an experiment to test people's kind of like attitude towards like robots in daily life and if they'll interact with them and stuff. Right.
Is it like a social experiment to see how long it's going to take the states to kill it?
No, it's
Are you
not.
sure?
No, it wasn't.
That's
was the
what it
thing.
seemed like
No,
from
right.
that.
Okay, so the thing was that they wanted to see how if like I don't know why they made it a hitchhiker. Okay, right? I think it was just so they could get like random.
Well, that's how
people
you
to, like,
get it about.
get
I
it about,
suppose, like,
pick it up, and like get people to interact with it. But they could have just put it in the middle of a shopping center and told people to talk to it. Like, you know what I mean? But the whole like.
No, it said the robot was a social experiment intended to test human psychology when confronted with technological novelty.
Right. So
I no. Well, it's obvious. It's like it is an experiment, but it's not that experiment. It's not like seeing how long they'll take to
Aye.
kill it.
yeah,
it was like
but it's
a-
just to see how people react to it.
Yeah, it was to see how
Aye.
people reacted to it, and like, obviously, the reaction was that somebody chopped its head off in Philadelphia.
I feel like that was inevitable. Not just that it being in Philadelphia, but I think someone was going to destroy it at some point. People get freaked out by that kind of shit, man. Like if people are hearing all this stuff about how like about robots and stuff, and you see one at the side of the street, you're going to think that they're here. You know what I mean? If I'm driving along or something, I see a robot, I'm like, where's that robot's owner?
No, you know what? I
Robots
feel
don't need owners
I
anymore.
feel like everybody up until then picked it up and then like, right, took it where it was going, or wherever they were going, and left it there, and it was grand. And then some bastard was like, "Hey, I like destroying things. I'll destroy this too."
Oh, it's probably some kids.
You know what?
To
Just
say
some
who
kids like
beheaded
breaking
it, no.
windows. Probably
Or-
some kids.
No, it doesn't.
No, was it?
I think it'd be funny if it was like a grown adult who just didn't like it.
What was it beheaded with?
Probably was that more.
I'd imagine so. Like I feel like maybe like somebody's walked past and like not liked the cut of its jib.
And just happened to have an axe with him.
Aye.
What did they behead it with?
Well, no, I don't think it would be that hard to behead it. They probably just ripped it off. It seems to be made of plastic and tin. don't
Oh,
it?
okay.
But
Okay, I thought it might have been a wee bit more high tech.
no, it's not.
Like-
Nah, it's like I don't think they could put very much money into it. As I said, it's got like like an Alexa type thingy in it, but it's not like a fucking actual robot. It's not one of those Boston Dynamics jumping dog things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Aye,
mean?
okay. Right,
But-
I'm with you now.
It's just funny. Like I feel like, see, the thing was that it made it complete. It made it around the Netherlands. It made it around Norway and made it around France. Made it
Of
around.
course. Of
and
course
like
it
loads
does.
of Canada. Made it around a couple of. I think it made it a couple of 100 miles.
300
Yes.
miles.
I think, did it say 300 miles?
On the
Yeah,
corner.
There we fucking go. Aye. So it made 300 miles in the US before it was totally destroyed. I feel the reason I think I like this story because I was thinking I was like, yep, same outcome here. I
Do you think
think.
someone drove it from Canada? Nah, they wouldn't have got it done. But do you think somebody, maybe like, do you think maybe someone drove it into the States and then left it and the next person who took it destroyed it? Or do you think it was like
that would be funnier.
that would be funnier, I think.
That would be funnier.
But they're like, logistically, there's no way
Do you
you're
think
getting a
maybe-
robot
maybe
into
it
the
was-
fucking States.
Maybe it was ice. Maybe it was maybe it was immigration
Aye.
because they don't like illegal aliens and
Robots.
You know what else is in aliens? Robots.
Bombs.
No, the phone.
Looks like a bomb.
Aliens.
Oh, right, okay.
There's robots as well.
Right. I'm
Right.
with you now.
You
Again.
get the
I'm with you.
correlation.
Yep.
right? And then you pair that, right, with the fact that it's easier to control people on a round Earth.
Oh,
you know what
man.
you've got, Delta?
You've got yourself a fucking formula for mayhem.
HitchBot started that.
HitchBot knew what it was doing, I think. I think HitchBot was on it from the start. I think HitchBot got people to create it.
That's right.
And
I
then
think the
did this.
moral of the story, what I was saying, is that you can't do things like this. Don't do these things.
Yeah, just leave it.
Yeah, like,
Let people be people.
hey,
Hey, let us love our
they
life.
murder hitchhikers sometimes.
What would have happened if you had a very
You're gonna do that.
think you had some very confused serial killers like pulling up going, not my usual ammo, but I think I'm willing to spice things
Some
up here.
trucker thinks he's got himself a lap lizard. Nope. Nope.
Easy pickings, boys.
How long before somebody put a flashlight on it?
Aye, how long? Did someone fuck it? Like, did someone fuck? Fuck bot.
What did some
Sex
weirdo
bots.
fuck
Sex
it?
bots.
I think somebody
That's one of
fucked
them sex
bots.
bots. It has to be. But fuck you anyway, HitchBot.
Story or that video next?
What video? Oh, go for another article first, maybe,
Yeah,
and then we'll
okay.
go for that, whatever
Another article.
it is.
This is one of Ocean's ones.
Oh, okay. Family day.
Oh, fuck shit.
Do you want to
no.
take? Do you want to take us one then?
Aw. Right. This is now a wee bit less fun for me, but still fun.
Because the family's devastated.
Still fun. No, still fun. No, it's because it's £400. I thought it was a micro pig or a pot-bellied pig.
That's probably worse. If
No,
you're,
but
if you're
it would
killing
have
it for
been
meat.
Funnier if it's tiny.
Would have made less sense. Aye.
Way less sense. You could just bought more meat for a fiver.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? That's why I thought it was funny. But the fact that he slaughtered a £400 of meat would do me a year.
Aye, that's what he was thinking.
Aye, but anyway, so it's not a pig to slaughter anyway. But aye, family devastated after missing £400 pet pig slaughtered by neighbour for meat.
Aye, it wasn't just
The
like
intended purpose.
wasn't just like a cold blood. He was just putting his pig down.
No,
He wanted it for meat.
not like pigs.
But that tends not to happen to people's pets. Like if you left your dog with your neighbour, you wouldn't want to come back and
No.
have it been eaten.
No, it's like that. This guy, I feel.
Did they let him? Like, did they leave it there? Like, was he like looking after it or something?
That's what I
No, I think
That's pretty much what I read. Or no, they let
Yeah,
him.
it
these-
wandered out and into his garden, and
He fucking
the
shot
family
it.
was gone. So he said to the police that he would look after it until the family came back. And they
I'll
didn't.
take care of it.
Maybe he said, "I'll take care of it," and they misinterpreted what he meant.
Say, would you take care of this? And he was in
he's-
the mob.
Holding like a scythe.
Took care of it.
Yeah, man. Of course. Was it Australia? Yeah.
Not California.
California. Fuck. You know what? I read this all wrong.
You did.
You know what? I think I read the headline and went, "That's somebody Australian there."
And I'm going to make
That's
up an article in my head.
Aye, like that's an Australian.
I'd like to
You
mention
know
that
what?
the pig's
I think
called
this might be the
Princess.
complete wrong
What?
fucking article.
I'd like to mention that the pig's called Princess.
Oh no, this is
Oh,
the right
aye.
article then.
Yeah,
no, this
same
is
article.
right. Oh, right. Well, that would see. Maybe I just read that the pig was called Princess and assumed
It was a micro
it was a
pig.
micro pig.
Should never assume.
And you know what? Back to being funny again. £400 pig called Princess. Hilarious. Good stuff.
Come
hey.
here, princess.
Keep her up. We're back to being funny again.
Yo! Is that Frankie
Oh,
Boyle?
there's
But like funny,
Princess.
not funny.
Funny,
Oh,
not
funny
funny.
again.
That's it. That looks like a princess, all right.
Nice pig.
The family said it was part of the family.
That's what a lot of families say about their pets, and I think a lot of them are fucking talking shit. So yeah.
I think that there's different
Is it
levels
like-
of pets, like fish, or anything you keep in a tank/cage. Well, snakes are a bit more lively, but
Have you
not
ever
really,
seen-
like.
You can kind of apply that to like eating as well. You ever see that thing like Peter posted and it's like a thing, it's got like loads of animals, right? And it's got like after a cow there's a line and there's a horse and it's like, where do you draw the line? Someone shared it was all right fucking there, Peter.
You drew it for me.
Aye.
I mean, I'll eat a horse if I'm hungry. I mean, like.
Yeah, that's the phrase, I could eat a horse.
Exactly.
I'm so hungry I'm willing to step beyond the usual
The only
boundary and eat
reason
a
we
horse.
don't eat horse is because it doesn't taste that great.
People do eat it though.
Yeah, the
You get it
French.
in places. Aye. You also eat
They'll
frogs.
Can eat anything.
They
though.
also make use of amphibians and snails.
Make use of anything I hear.
Aye.
But
Fucking fair play.
I bet you that cuisine, that French cuisine, like the snails and the frogs and all, the way it's been adopted by like highfalutin dining now, I bet you it started off as
Real peasant eating.
peasant eating now, because snails and frogs, like,
Yeah, shit you can get whenever you're living
and
in
the garden,
and like a shitty fucking
yeah,
river or
like
something.
horse. Nobody eats horse because it tastes like shit.
Aye, it's like you had a
Right.
horse to work a land. You had other animals. You had them. Now you've got no food. Now you need to eat your
something
horse.
about like like the old school like fine dining that you would get in like an ocean liner. Do you know like that? There was an episode of Parts Unknown where they go to like a restaurant that has a menu that's modeled after like the old White Star Line menu.
Oh, aye.
Right?
Is that
they like get like duck fucking filet mignon or whatever the fuck you call it, and it's like really old style kind of like
I remember that one. vaguely, I don't-
1920s
aye.
esque food, right? Like all that stuff to me, I feel like the real like especially like, like that was all French dining as well. Most of that was like French food. I don't think it tastes that great. Like all of the stuff
No.
that's meant to be like the highest quality, like frogs' legs and
Is
snails.
that where they ate that wee bird with all the bones and stuff in it? And you
That,
had to,
that
like,
would
pick
be
through
like
it?
that would be like
Forget what it's called.
no, but see the bird with the bones that comes from like aristocracy. That's where
But
they,
is it
like,
in that episode? That same
do
episode?
they do that in that episode? Maybe
Oh, maybe it's not that
they
episode.
might do that
actually.
in one of the France episodes. That's like a
it
real
is.
like weird dish as well, where they drown the bird and then like they drown it in, like cognac or something alive,
that's what it was.
and then they like fry it or something and then do loads of. But they do it with I think they keep the feathers on and all too. Maybe they don't. I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
They definitely keep the feet on all on. They keep everything
It's like a whole
on. That's
bird,
like a beak and everything.
I'm reading Survivor by Chuck Palahniuk, and he goes into like really gruesome detail about how to like de-shell a lobster, and there's so much to it that I didn't know about that would really put me off eating lobster forever. And you, Oshin,
Oh,
with
aye.
your fear of seafood.
Really,
Like,
I hate seafood. You don't need to put me off anymore.
but like having to remove glands and stuff that are green, and like the
Oh, then if you
intestinal
bust them, they
tube.
ruin it.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
like the intestinal tube, it can be like clear, or if there's brown, it's just basically there's shit in it, and you still have to remove it. You still
Hold on.
eat everything.
So lobster has to be. No, well, I'm.
Well, you can buy it.
Oh,
you can
shit,
get it like
You can get it
freshly
de-shelled,
shelled,
but
like-
if you're in like a fine dining place, they bring you out the full lobster. They expect you to do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
part
so
of
fuck.
the experience. You have to do it
So-
all. You ever see like in a plate, like a whole lobster comes out, and then you start breaking parts off it. No, and
So
what was the
this
bit
isn't
that
like-
ended up with, and that you told me with like the.
Oh, yeah, he's like explaining this to like he works for these two people who need like etiquette training. He's going through all of this, and he's sort of talking on the phone and not paying attention. And then when he gets down to the middle of it, he notices that the lobster's heart's still beating. Oh.
Aye, it's like
Sea insects. See, they freak me out too because they're like one of those things where you're not really sure how they fucking work. Because there's like cuttlefish, which would be in that kind of family, that can like clone themselves. What the fuck's that about? Hey,
weird. Hey,
do you know what I mean? They don't even need to reproduce. They can just clone like a cell.
maybe we should eat that then, and we've got loads of it.
Probably, but there's no genetic diversity, so there's
Nah.
weirdness going on in there, you know.
Yeah, probably can't eat it.
Shouldn't kill your neighbour's pig and eat them though as well.
Nah, shouldn't.
Don't eat lobster and don't eat your neighbour's pigs.
Correct. We move on.
Moving on.
What else? What? Oh, we got this fucking thing now.
Aye.
Ha.
So
Oh shit.
Emily sent us earlier, and she showed me the picture. Did you just show
Okay.
me the picture earlier, and then you seen the
I
video?
showed you the picture of the end result, but you haven't seen it happen.
I did not see the sequence of events
And it's
Okay.
wild.
before.
And I hope you.
I've seen some blunders on the old
An
gymnast.
aerospace engineering major.
Such an impressive young lady.
Let's see how high she flies right here.
Oh! Fuck.
And I think
Oh my
she may
God,
be
that is-
I wasn't ready for
hurt. It
that.
looked
I
like that
didn't think it was gonna
ankle
be as
I
bad
didn't
as
think it was
that.
going to happen
very
yet.
awkwardly,
No,
and
I
she
didn't
is
think it was gonna happen
obviously
yet
in
either.
some pain.
Man, it's
Does it
like
show it
they
again?
just
Fuck.
clicked the other way.
Fuck, play it again. Hey,
Do you
that's.
actually want to see it again?
I want to see it again. I
Fuck.
wasn't expecting it. I don't even think I've seen it properly.
Okay.
Young lady.
Let's see how high she flies right here.
Oh man, that is not
Down on them
okay.
as well, man.
That's not okay to watch. Hey,
Fuck me.
that's just as bad the second time.
It's nowhere near. Look at how her legs.
See,
are,
I seen this.
her legs
Go
look
on,
like a
play the
wishbone.
video like where they go out straight because they look fucked.
Oh man, they're so fucked. They're the
Ah,
other
that's-
way.
Or is that the picture?
That's the picture.
Like there's
Is she laughing or crying? I feel like
Oh,
she may
she's
be
crying.
crying.
Oh man, she is crying. She is crying so hard. You could not be laughing, man. There's
That
no
is.
way.
She looks like she's laughing. There,
Oh,
right
it's
there where you've paused.
Hysterics.
I think that maybe that guy. See this guy like sauntering over to help. So can you play it again? Because like,
Does he
go
just,
watch
like-
it. Watch how like his lack of urgency. I noticed that the first
Right,
time.
right
I
here.
think.
No.
And I think he may
Look at his lack of urgency.
like that.
Man, it's like he's
care.
like, and that's how like no one ever walks that slow. Like even no matter what you're doing.
He's just kind of like he's just kind of. I think he's like dumbfounded. He's like, oh
Man, if that happened, like this is how we're watching
gonna
this. We're watching this in a video, but if that happened like 10 feet away from you, man, I think you'd just be like, oh. It's like don't really want to tend to this anytime soon.
okay?
Okay. Or no.
Okay.
Fuck, she's fucked anyway. Hey,
Hey,
that's mad. That is that man. There's been some good shit searching
I
so far.
doubt that she'll ever tumble into us again. Hey, wait, backwards legs.
Nah,
again.
like fuck me, no. Straight to the freak show. To the freak show next.
Come up and see the incredible backwards leg girl.
She's working on a beard, but she's not quite there. So for now, just see her backwards legs.
Looks like a kangaroo, can't flip anymore.
Very good. Hey. Good fucking good finds.
Good stuff. Hey, what's next on our agenda? Oh yeah, that's fun. Cool.
Hey, cool.
Great. This one caught my eye.
As it would. As
So
it would.
No, as not well, for the reasons you would think it would, but also for the reasons that like whenever I scrolled past, I'm like used to seeing these weird things, and I just like that's probably some weirdo, and I just like scroll past it. But with this one, I was like, he's put some effort in, so I'm like,
Sometimes it's kind of a special connection you have, but you're like, oh.
he's put some
Guy's done
real
some work.
effort into that mask and stuff, and like his leather gimp suit thing. It like.
Hey, yeah, that's cool. I like the spandex. I like when dogs have spandex.
He seems to have really like actually thought about it.
Is he like seductively biting a chain there as well, man?
That's what I thought too.
Is that like
yeah.
that's like
his
rawr.
eyes scream no, but his chain screams yes. The man claims he's felt like a dog since childhood and regularly wears the dog masks and eats his meals out of a dog bowl.
He
Right?
greets his friends by
Now,
barking at them, but
Does
not
he
snuffing
wear
their
the
holes.
mask while he's eating? Because that seems like impractical. See, like,
But he can get that chain in his mouth pretty well
all
there.
this stuff, like, I
All
find
comes down to logistics
all
for
of
me.
this stuff funny as fuck. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's all. Like, it's all fun and games until you have to take a shit,
Aye,
and you
it's
gotta just like.
then you gotta just be completely human again.
Like, I bet that helmet comes off like this. Thump. Do you know what I mean?
and it
then,
goes
like,
on and makes a noise like a Monopoly box
and
with
then
like
he
the
has to
air
go-
around it. It's so wet. It's so
swipe it
wet
off his
inside.
body.
It's so wet.
Do you know what I mean?
Isn't this is this the same as that furry thing?
No,
Is this
I don't think it is because
different?
he's
No.
not.
Yeah, it is, and they
furries-
should all be grouped as a mental disorder.
No, 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 no,
'cause
no,
the-
no. Furries like fur. He's a dog. He thinks he's a dog.
He doesn't have any fur at all.
He doesn't have
Considering
any fur.
I thought furries was just a term.
literally, I think,
for it.
like
Hey?
the fur.
I thought furries was just a term for it.
But if it's called furs, it's probably in the fur. Something in the fur.
It's something about the fur, I think. Maybe.
Furs are
Not just
people.
animals.
Are
with
just
human
animals, so right.
characters.
Really?
What's that big long word there? I can't see it because it's too small. Go back to where you were there.
Man, have you ever watched that furries doc on Vice?
What's the name of it? Like, what's that called?
Pretty good.
Anthropomorphism.
Okay.
Oh, that's like when like anthropomorphism is like transforming into like another species.
Aye. Okay.
But you're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
Not exactly somewhere. Like
Hey,
No, it's like full
can we
suits.
stop? Can we stop on a few of these for
Oh,
a
was it
second?
this
Hey,
one that you saw there. No.
That one's good.
Oh.
I don't know. Right. This is another one. There is a massive group of furries that are for Trump.
That would straight away make me
Okay.
not want to vote for
Right.
Trump if I
There
had my
was-
fellow
right.
fucking.
Okay, I think this may have also been one of those things that started on Reddit that people have like taken as serious. You know, way there was like loads of things that started on Reddit that were like a joke that people were trying to get into the mainstream and like get people to believe and stuff. Like that, like people said it on Reddit so much that the fucking, what do you call that guy, Ted Cruz was the Zodiac killer, that somebody actually asked, like a journalist actually made him comment on it.
Aye, like,
and
it's like it just like seeps into the real world.
That started on Reddit, like,
That's so weird.
and it's obviously untrue. But
Yeah,
their power reached from the internet all the way to that press conference where somebody asked him and made him actually confirm that he's not the Zodiac killer.
That's ridiculous. eh?
Really?
What ones have we got here, Emily, on the old furries? Just before we.
I saw a good one up there. Can you go up a tiny bit again? That fox dressed as like an airline pilot or like like a Navy SEAL.
like
what
some kind of military.
Oh no, hold on. What? Army approves you, man.
What?
Man, they're-
Army approves uniform modifications for furries. Is that what that says? Like the rest of it?
man, no, I don't even. I think that's a joke.
Yeah, it would
Article.
need to be like.
No, but that's what I mean. But it's like there's so much stupid shit. There's so much
I don't
stupid
think
shit.
this is real at all.
No.
Couldn't be.
No, I'm not even
No.
gonna go into it because it's
I feel
not.
I feel like that's some sort of like.
That's another one of those Reddit cunts trying
Yes, it's another Reddit troll. Reddit trolls are weird.
Hold on,
as
scroll
well.
down a wee bit. Scroll down a wee tiny bit. Oh, I thought it had like a hammer
No,
and
it's
sickle on the
obviously
fucking badge.
photoshopped. I thought it was like.
Aye.
Do you know? I saw other ones that are furries, but also in costume.
Yeah.
I saw a furry Adolf Hitler there.
Yeah. I
Somewhere.
was trying to find that again, but
Do
I
you know
don't
what I
know
mean?
if I could point it out.
Where is it?
There.
Oh, okay, so it's just.
Like, so another thing about furries is that their costumes are always nightmarish. Even if he wasn't
fuck?
dressed like that, still nightmarish.
Oh man, it's so creepy. Hey, imagine like just putting that on, looking at yourself in the mirror, and be like, looking good. let's head out. Hey, let's head out.
Let's paint the town red.
He says that
the
he's the
blood of
most
our
hated
victims.
fur in the fandom.
The what?
He's the most hated fur in the fandom because I wear an armband with a paw print on it.
I didn't see the paw print. I thought it was a swastika.
No, it's not.
But he's
Fox your night fur.
man. I'm getting a fucking T-shirt with most hated fur in the fandom on it. Taking the note of that, I think.
Just get it made.
I think I'll remember it.
Yeah.
I'll remember
Usually ideas that good don't pass
I'll
you by.
remember it.
You don't
You don't
slip
even,
out.
you know what? That's in the vault.
Aye.
Most hated fur in the fandom.
That's good
Hey
though.
man, I'm gonna throw you a bone here. I hate all of you equally.
Nice pun, bro. You gonna throw him a bone? A bone? I don't even think you meant it. I think it was unintentional pun.
Yeah, I couldn't
But
work.
it was
See, I didn't
them
want to say
detective.
if it was a pun because I couldn't work out if his nightmarish costume was a dog, a bear, a raccoon.
I'm thinking it's a fox because it says fox here, night.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
I'm sure if you threw a bone for a fox,
Foxes
it
or
would go for it.
dogs.
Hey.
All right, fair enough.
Aye.
I'm gonna
Well, on the
throw
way.
you a bone. Is that good enough?
Aye.
Here.
Nice pun.
Good one.
Cool.
Cool. Oh fuck! I'll cut that. I'll edit that up now, and I'll make myself look good, like I made a good joke.
Aye. Don't put on the bit where I pointed out
No.
that you probably done.
No, I will change that.
Switch it up, man.
Sweet.
They all switcheroo.
Hey man, we go hijack a digger.
Aye. Oh fuck, aye. Let's go on to this last one. That's the one.
That's so on there.
So why these diggers?
These diggers. This is actually a local story as well,
It's
which
a local
is
story. Where
weird
did this
for
happen?
us.
Dungiven.
Don't give an eye, no.
That's pretty
My
close.
dad showed me this because he was on the way to Belfast and he stopped at that service station like a couple hours before it happened. And he's all, "Mir, I took money out there a couple hours ago." And he's all, "What do you see? These boys are taking money out as well." A wee bit more money.
Aye. So your dad was using that machine
Aye.
just before.
But see the fucking see like what I find funny about this as well, right? Is that like I've never seen this happen anywhere else. Like boys from around here love robbing diggers and just digging
Man,
cash
you're
machines.
on Dungiven.
Out
You
the
want to rob
wall.
someone, you're getting a digger.
Do you know what I think it is too?
There's
Is
diggers at hand.
piles of boys that know how to drive diggers and kind of get work around here.
Aye, fact. Man, fucking that won't. They
It's like the
travel
only
to
way
Scotland.
you
They
can get
work.
is digging an ATM with a wall.
Man, that's the fucking. We need to get the brickies working again over here, or else they're just going to continue to rob cash machines
Because,
with their
right, like,
fucking daggers.
All three of these boys
Hey.
are standing about doing
Man,
nothing like
see?
brickies.
Whoever owns this fucking dagger, right? See, instead of hitting this cash machine, sell your dagger. Man,
No, man.
sell the dagger.
They steal the dagger.
Aye, sell the dagger. You don't even need to take the risk of doing
They
this.
like fence the dagger.
Fence the fucking dagger.
Man, what the
Man.
fuck? No, daggers are worth so much money.
Stupid cunt say. Let's watch it anyway.
No,
Daggers are worth
can we
loads
stop,
of money.
Stop 2 seconds before we watch it. You just math this out a bit.
Aye.
Okay, how much the ATM? Can you like just
Right.
Google how much ATMs hold at their when they're completely filled? How much would a standard ATM hold? Like, do you know, like a cash point? I'm sure there's probably not like say the average size ATM. Oh, no,
That's in the States. What's
200
it in the UK? What's it in Dungiven?
Aye,
You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's probably like a bank's
It's because it's
ATM.
going to go by population and stuff too.
Yeah. So that's like a bank's ATM. So it must be the same everywhere then.
Maybe. But
Maybe they keep it the same everywhere, so it's like a standard. But
I don't know.
I'm definitely
Still.
the amount of like the size of the thing they dig out of the wall isn't big enough to hold 200,000 pounds.
Like maybe the ones in banks.
not in like tens and 20s.
Like that's
Maybe
on the
in like 50s.
that's
and
on the side
100s.
of a shop.
Yeah, that's probably got like
The ones that are like on the side of banks have loads of money.
Let's give a very, very generous estimate of there's probably 20,000 pounds in there.
Okay, let's say there's £20,000.
Most.
Now let's get a JCB fucking dagger,
JCB dagger is probably like
because I'm nearly sure that's what them boys
100
were fucking
grand?
rocking up on.
for a brand new one.
That's not brand new though. Remember, it's second hand.
Second hand, I suppose.
I mean,
Like,
the
that's
most
a
expensive
really
one
big
here is
dagger.
18,000.
Yeah, but that's not nowhere near as
There's-
big or like there's not.
You're
as
also
much,
not
like,
taking any risk by selling the dagger. Remember, you're taking a bit of heat, not as much heat as fucking
Yeah,
using the
rather
dagger to
using it
fucking
to do that.
crash through a fucking wall.
Yeah, I feel like it would be easier to.
I
use.
still just think, you know what? If you were able to get your hands on a dagger like that, you know, just sell it. Still just safer.
Yeah.
Less risk. Just for
Pretty
any,
much.
if whoever's watching this and, you know, like, I hope we don't get blamed for sparking a whole load of
ATM robberies.
dagger fucking used robberies or whatever. But I just sell a dagger.
Sell
Let's
a
watch
dagger.
the video though and see how they did use it anyway. Oh, sweet music. That's good. I love there's like a video of this with music already. It's great. That boy knows what he's doing with
He
a dagger.
does. That's what I mean. It's a Komatsu dagger as well, not a JCB. You can't. Some kind of off-brand ACDC or something.
Did it really go through it? Hey? Man, that machine is not budging yet. Hey?
No, man. I mean,
Oh.
they're fucking obviously well cemented into the wall.
Oh,
like.
there he goes now.
But look, when he pulls it out here, look. Who's that? This is just
That's like kind of
I
stuff
think
you'd be playing.
stock music.
What's coming up is the best part, though.
Why when they drop it in?
I haven't seen it.
They're kind of a bit hapless as well, you know? They don't really know what they're doing. They haven't done this before.
So what is that? Is that just
Gone,
sitting there in the
wait till it
left?
flashes to the boys waiting for him, because they're funny, I think. Now here's the van. Here's the van. When the boys get out, the way the boy walks is like, he looks like such a boulder. Do you mean they're all such boulders?
Door open, up as a boulder.
Door open, boys. a
Normal
boulder.
person would close the door.
And then they just drop it on the top. And
Oh
it doesn't
my
even
God.
go. The hole's not even big enough. And then they just drive away
Oh
with
my
it
God.
sticking out of the roof.
What the fuck? Hey, that's good there.
Man, there was a good one I saw though
Should hey, another tip.
of that.
Use a pickup.
Use a pickup, lad. Aye, good enough. Aye.
Oh, what? We thought we could.
But like, right, I know where they were going with that, right? It's like an old like 1960s bank robbery where like you'd have a van driving by and then you just all jump onto the top of it or whatever, and then like you wouldn't be able to see because you're covered by the van. But guess what? The hole wasn't big enough.
Aye.
It's like the same like kind of like logic as if you make like a basketball hoop the same size as a basketball, don't go through it.
It's the exact same logic, Oshin, that
Like
they're
I'm pretty
using
sure
here.
they went, like they looked up on Google, how big is an ATM machine? And it said something like, oh, it's like 40 centimeter or no, like 40 inches across or whatever. And they're
Realistically-
like, oh, we'll cut 40 inches out of a van then.
Realistically, your boy's just out of work in the digger. He's went to the hang. He's got his measuring tape on him. He's out and he's measuring it up and saying, like, stand back. Oh, his pencil in his mouth and all. Can you show the fucking hard? About 7 foot high. In the van.
I wonder if these boys spent time planning this because
No,
this is something I feel you could throw together in a day.
Man, I think these boys were sitting about the farm after a hard day of farming, and now they're embarking on a hard night of a cannon, of a painting.
Painting and they need some cash.
And them culties, they fucking party. They be taking all sorts of party drugs.
I know.
Get all wired up. Like 10 of them have landed in the van. One of them's landed in
No
the digger.
gear left.
No gear left. Boys need cash. Boys
need
owe
cash.
fucking fat stacks. Boys need cash. Boys get digger and van say, let's go steal fucking cash. And they take the cash machine and they didn't think it through a lot. And I think a lot of it was probably like a bit like made up of impromptu decisions.
And in my head, I imagined one of the boys like half an hour earlier cutting that hole out of the top of the van with an anger grinder. Like,
Was there a hole on top of the van, or was it?
No, there was a hole in the top of the van for the safe to go, or the ATM to go
Right,
through, so it would
okay.
sit in the back of the van. I see what they were trying to do.
Aye, right, okay.
They
now-
fucked it though. As I said, they made the basketball hoop the same size as the basketball, so it kind of just like. Do you know the reason that manholes are that shape now?
Aye.
It's like they're not square because a square manhole you can go down at a round one. A round manhole can't. The cover can't
fall down.
through.
The square ones can.
Square ones can.
I know from experience. Many a time I've been fishing still out of a manhole.
Fishing stayed out of the Wait, was it you who told me the story about
Man, well, the shit.
in your face?
Is this what it is? It's a
Just
good way
quick
to
one.
end shit searching.
Just a quick one to end shit searching.
I was doing the opposite of searching for shit. We were trying to unclog shit. I used to work with people who sometimes clean shit. The odd time, but it was also right. This whole situation's actually pretty funny. Whenever we showed up at this person's house, whenever she answered the door, she'd said that her toilet was all clogged up and it was like all the water was coming out the top of the thing. We walked into her house and she was like a hoarder to the same degree as the people that be on them
on the
shows.
show,
Like she was moving stuff for us to be able to get to the bathroom. I don't know how that. She must have been standing at the door waiting for us because there was so much fucking stuff.
You're like, where do you sit?
Exactly. I just stand here waiting.
Stand in the middle of the room.
So we fucking fight. We got after 10 minutes, man. We got through all the shit, not the actual shit, the fucking boxes and all,
Yes.
into the bathroom. All fucking water and shit everywhere. Right. This is blocked. We need to go and see it from outside. Look outside. Shit everywhere. Manhole full of shit. Get the big sewer rods on. Big plate and a rod. Screw them all on. Feed them through. Trying to push the shit out. And then you pull it back out then after a while and you push them back in. And just as I was fucking pulling it back out. This was the first time I'd used the sewer rods as well. I was a young apprentice.
Of course.
Working at rural maintenance. And I pulled the fucking thing out, and as it came out, the disc like sprung out of the pipe and fucking came straight out of the manhole with about this much shit on it that just like not all my face, but like from my chin down. And it was horrible. Like tissue and shit on it, and it was just nasty. And the person who owned the house, she lived there by herself. This was all hers.
Oh, of course.
This was all hers.
All hers were cats.
If you have an idea of the house, you have an idea of
her
that.
insides be like.
Of what's going on.
I was all like
there.
a person who has a house like that doesn't eat well.
No, and man, they don't.
It's a lot of eating out there.
Or just eating what's in.
Shippies.
And it's oil food.
You mean like roaches and rats and all?
Man, nasty experience, hey.
Terrible.
But worth it. They made a real life hoarder.
This has been our segment of Dalta's documentaries.
That was documentaries. We'll wrap us up then.
We will.
All right, episode 8 of The Blasting Couch. Get us on all those socials. What are those socials, Oshin?
Those are Instagram, The Blasting Couch. Twitter,
The Blasting Couch.
Yeah, etc.
Aye. Everywhere that you'll be finding people and episodes every Monday.
Again, always make sure you keep a lookout for clips and stuff coming out every week as well.
Yes, do that, and if you can
Clips. Instagram. Instagram is the place for clips. Also Facebook. And YouTube. There's playlists on YouTube you can get.
playlists,
Just anywhere.
chock-a-block,
You fucking go anywhere.
clips, podcasts, funny things, interesting things. Sometimes, usually more funny things.
Sometimes.
Okay, Blast and Couch podcast is finished.